Listen carefully, girl. This world doesn't clap for the quiet. It doesn't wait for the shy. And it definitely doesn't reward the ones who sit in the corner, hoping someone will come and save them. No. This world bows down to the woman who chooses herself, to the girl who stands up, even when her legs are shaking, to the queen who wears confidence like armor and dares to say, I don't need you to make me enough. I was always enough. So if you're tired of being ignored, tired of being used, tired of feeling like you're less than you are, then listen. Listen like your life depends on it. Because I'm about to tell you the 5 unbreakable rules every strong girl lives by. Rules that make you unforgettable, untouchable, unstoppable. Ready to stop being the background? Ready to step into the spotlight? Then this is your moment. The speech. This fire is for you. Be your own hero first. Because no one, absolutely no one, is coming to save you. This world teaches every girl a dangerous lie, that someone out there will complete her. A man, a job, a family, a friend, a lover. But the truth is, no one completes you. You were born whole. You were born enough. The sooner you understand this, the sooner you stop waiting. Look around. How many women do you see wasting years waiting for a text that never comes? Waiting for someone to validate their worth? Waiting for a friend to support their dreams? Waiting for the perfect moment that never arrives? Your life is not a movie where the hero rides in on a horse. Your life is your own battlefield, and the sword is already in your hand. You just forgot you were holding it. Think of that girl in the office. The one who works hard, stays late, delivers results. But what does she do when someone else gets promoted? Because they spoke louder, bragged more, made noise while she stayed silent. She waits. She hopes they'll notice her goodness, her honesty. But they won't. Because the world does not reward silent saints. It rewards brave warriors. And the day she wakes up and walks into the boss's room and says, I deserve this because I earned this, that's the day she becomes her own hero. Or that single mother in the grocery store, counting every coin, holding back tears, because life is breaking her down. She wants someone to help, to notice, but no one does. Because this world rarely sees quiet pain. But the moment she decides to wipe those tears and says, I am enough for my children. I will raise them into lions, even if the world forgot me, that is the moment she becomes her own hero. Or the teenage girl standing in front of the mirror, breaking herself piece by piece, because Instagram models told her she's not skinny enough, not curvy enough, not pretty enough. She waits for a boy's message to feel beautiful. She waits for a compliment to feel worthy. But what if one day she looks into her own eyes and says, I am not here to decorate the world. I am here to change it. In that moment, she becomes her own hero. How many people stay in broken relationships because they fear being alone, waiting for their partner to change, to finally love them right, to give them the respect they deserve? But darling, they won't. Because the person you need to stand up for you is you. The moment you pack your bags, the moment you walk away from less than you deserve, the moment you realize that peace is better than fake love, you wear the crown of your own hero. Even in friendships, the girl who keeps giving, giving, giving until she's dry because she fears being unloved, abandoned. She listens to drama, to fake support, to jealousy disguised as concern, And she suffers. Until the day she cuts those ties, chooses herself, sits alone with books, dreams, ambition. And the world will say she's selfish. But that's the day she becomes strong, fierce, untouchable. She becomes her own hero. There is nothing more dangerous than a girl who needs no saving. A girl who wakes up in the morning and knows, no matter who stays, who leaves, who claps, who doubts, I have myself. Because a girl who chooses herself is the girl the world cannot break. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and no one can fill yours but you. The way you talk to yourself in the dark, the way you pick yourself up after a failure, the way you say, this didn't break me, it built me. The world will notice the girl who saves herself. They always do. But by then, you won't care. Because you won't need their applause. You'll already be your own hero. Confidence is not something you wear once and leave in your closet. It's not lipstick you put on when you go to a party. It's not a dress you save for a special event. Confidence is your daily armor, your daily glow. It's the invisible crown on your head that no one can take away from you unless you let them. Confidence, my girl, is your best outfit. And it must be worn every single day without fail. Imagine walking into a room full of strangers. Everyone looking, everyone judging, everyone scanning what you wear, how you talk, how you smile. And there you are, holding your coffee, adjusting your hair, unsure of your voice. But then you remember, these people aren't better than you. They're not smarter, richer, braver, or more capable. They're human, just like you. So you straighten your back, you lock eyes with the room, you speak like you own every word, and suddenly they listen. Not because of your heels, not because of your bag, but because confidence made you glow brighter than your outfit ever could. Think of that girl in the office, the one who always sits at the back in meetings, the one who has brilliant ideas but stays silent because she fears sounding stupid. Every day she watches someone else get the praise, the promotion, the attention, while she stays invisible. Why? Not because she's less smart, but because she forgot to wear her confidence. The day she raises her hand and says, I have a solution, her world will shift. Heads will turn. Respect will follow. Because the loudest voice in the room is not always the wisest, but the most confident one is always remembered. Or the college girl scrolling Instagram at midnight, crying because every photo makes her feel ugly, unworthy, imperfect. She thinks, if I lose weight, if I change my nose, if I fix my skin. But she's wrong. What she needs is not surgery or filters, she needs confidence. The kind of confidence that walks into a room and people say she's beautiful without knowing why. It's not the body, darling. It's the belief. Confidence makes you glow. Confidence makes average extraordinary. Then there's the mother who gave up her dreams, her career, her body to raise a family. She stands at the mirror, seeing tired eyes, gray hairs, loose skin, and she feels invisible to the world, to herself. But what if she stood there and said, I made life, I raised warriors, my body is a temple of strength, my wisdom is priceless. She would wear her confidence again, and no wrinkle, no scar, no age can make a woman small. When she wears confidence like a queen wears her crown. A girl in love, she texts, she waits, she hopes for a reply. When he ignores her, doubts creep in. Am I not enough? But a confident girl never begs for attention. She knows her worth. She knows if he doesn't see her value, someone else will. She puts down the phone, picks up her goals, fixes her dreams, and smiles. Because confidence says, I'm the prize, I'm the dream, I'm the table, not the one waiting for a seat at it. Or the girl starting a new business, scared of failing. She sees people laughing, mocking, whispering. But confidence reminds her, every empire started as a joke. Every queen was once doubted. So she moves in silence, builds in private, believes in herself when no one else does, until one day the world pays to hear her story. Confidence is the only outfit that never fades, never wrinkles, never goes out of fashion. It fits every shape, every color, every age. It makes the broken look unbreakable, the lost look found, the ordinary unforgettable. When you wear confidence daily, you become untouchable, not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. Speak less, act more. The world is overflowing with noise, everyone talking, boasting, promising, pretending. But the ones who rise, the ones who are remembered, the ones who change the game, they are the ones who act. Words are cheap, action is rare. And action, my girl, is the language that the universe understands. You can say 1,000 things, but one bold step will silence them all. There is that girl in every classroom, the one who talks about her dreams all day. One day, I'll be famous. One day, I'll be rich. One day, I'll change the world. But every time, her one day becomes no day. She talks, but she never does. And then there's the quiet one, the girl in the last row who says nothing. She studies when no one watches. She writes her dreams on paper, not in words, but in plans. One day, she doesn't announce her success. She becomes her success. While the loud ones are still speaking, she's living the life they only talk about. Think of the girl who always says she'll hit the gym, get healthy, become strong. Every New Year's Eve, promises, declarations, Instagram posts. But the body doesn't change because words don't burn calories. Action does. The girl who wakes up at 5 a.m., puts on her shoes in silence, and runs while the world sleeps, she transforms. No selfies, no captions, no boasting, just sweat, effort, results. She becomes what others only dream to be because her actions spoke louder than her excuses. Or the girl who says she wants to start her own business. She tells friends, family, strangers, everyone knows her plan. But months pass, years pass, nothing happens. Meanwhile, another girl stays silent. She saves money, she researches late at night, she risks, she works while others party, and suddenly, boom, her business opens. Her dream is real. And the world says, where did she come from? But they don't see the silent years of action behind the explosion. Because she spoke less and acted more. A girl in a broken relationship. She keeps telling her friends, I'll leave him. I deserve better. I'm done with this pain. But every time he calls, she goes back. Because her words are loud, but her actions are weak. One day she stops talking. No more threats. No more tears. Just quiet packing, quiet walking away, quiet freedom. And that silence shakes him more than all her shouting ever did. Because real strength is silent. Real decisions need no announcement. Or the girl who wants respect. She demands it with words. People should respect me. They should see my value. But respect doesn't come by asking. It comes by being. When she starts valuing herself, dressing like a queen, speaking with purpose, working with fire, the world notices. Without a word, her presence commands attention. Because the girl who respects herself forces the world to do the same, without asking, without begging, without speaking. And the girl who dreams of changing her family's destiny, she says, one day I'll buy a house for my parents. One day I'll make them proud. But dreams without action are fantasy. Then there's the girl who skips the parties, works extra shifts, studies late, invests early. She brings the key to her parents' home quietly one day. No speech, no noise, just pure, unstoppable action. Her silence is her roar. Those who speak too much are heard and forgotten. Those who act without words are feared, respected, remembered. In the end, the world believes not what you say, but what you do. Never apologize for your standards. Never shrink to fit into places that are too small for your worth. A queen does not lower her crown to make others feel taller. A lioness does not whisper to make the sheep comfortable. You, my girl, were not born to apologize for wanting more, for expecting respect, for demanding what you deserve. Your standards are not too high. The world has simply grown too used to low expectation. Think of the girl who goes on a date and says, I expect loyalty, honesty, effort. And what does she get? You're too picky. You'll end up alone. You should settle a little. But she smiles. She knows the truth. She knows that lowering her standards will not bring her joy. It will bring her misery. She knows it is better to wait for the right man than waste time on the wrong ones. And when she sits alone in a restaurant while others settle for half love and broken promises, she is not sad, she is proud. Because the woman who stands by her standards commands respect, even in silence. Then there's the girl at the office. She refuses to be spoken down to. She demands equal pay, fair treatment, recognition. Her colleagues whisper, she's too demanding. She's difficult. She'll get fired. But she walks into that room with her head high because she knows that the girl who apologizes for her standards ends up overworked, underpaid, invisible. But the one who holds her ground becomes a leader, a force, a queen among followers. And even the ones who dislike her respect her. Because boundaries make people uncomfortable, but they also make them listen. Or the girl with dreams too big for her small town. She says, I want to travel the world. I want to build an empire. I want more than this life. And the whispers begin. You've changed. You think you're better. Why can't you just be like everyone else? But she smiles again. Because the day you apologize for your big dreams is the day you kill them. She knows that being different is a compliment, not an insult. And while they stay in the same small circle, living the same small life, she breaks walls, shatters ceilings, and builds castles from her courage. Or the friend who always gives time, energy, love, she expects loyalty. She expects honesty. But when she says no to betrayal, no to fake apologies, no to half friendships, they call her rude, selfish, too strict. But she doesn't care. Because the girl who keeps her standards high in friendship will never suffer gossip, jealousy, or backstabbing. She chooses her circle carefully, protects her peace fiercely, and sleeps without fear. Because her standards guard her like armor. There is also the mother who teaches her daughter, never settle, never beg, never chase. And the world says, you're raising her to be proud, arrogant, but the mother knows. She knows that the girl who learns to keep her standards high will never cry over crumbs of love. She will never bend for boys who fear her strength. She will never dull her light to make others shine. Because a girl who values herself becomes a woman the world cannot control. And then there's the entrepreneur who says, my product, my service, my time, they are worth this price. And people say, but it's too expensive. Lower it, make it cheap, make it easy. But she doesn't, she stands firm. Because the moment you lower your value to please others is the moment you betray your worth. The customers who want quality will find her. The world that values greatness will pay her price. And she will rise, not because she begged, but because she refused to bend. The girl who never apologizes for her standards may lose people, but she never loses herself. The world may call her difficult, too much, impossible, but secretly, they wish they had her courage. Because deep down, they know. The woman who keeps her standards high is the woman who wins. Love yourself louder than the world can doubt you. Because this world will never stop doubting you. It will look at your face, your body, your dreams, your words, and tell you that you are not enough, not beautiful enough, not smart enough, not brave enough. The voices outside will always try to silence the fire burning inside you. But your love for yourself must roar louder than their doubts, louder than their judgment, louder than their disbelief. There's a girl who stands in front of the mirror every morning, poking her stomach, pulling at her skin, wondering why she doesn't look like the girls on magazine covers. Her friends tell her to change. Social media tells her to shrink. The world tells her to fix herself. But what if one day she looks into that mirror and says, this is my body, this is my story, and I am beautiful because I exist, not because I fit your idea of perfect. In that moment, her love for herself drowns out every insult, every comparison, every cruel whisper. In that moment, she wins. Think of the girl who walks into the room full of confident people, job interviews, first dates, crowded meetings, and the voice inside her head whispers, you don't belong here. You're not good enough. But she lifts her chin, straightens her shoulders, and reminds herself, I've come this far because I deserve it. My skills, my mind, my soul, they are worthy. And suddenly, the room feels different, not because they stopped doubting her, but because she stopped doubting herself. Or the girl who dares to chase a dream no one believes in. She says she wants to write a book, start a business, become an artist, and the world laughs. Be realistic. You'll fail. It's impossible. But she smiles, tightens her grip on her dream, and keeps working in silence. She builds, she creates, she fights for her vision when no one claps. Because her love for her dream is louder than the world's doubt. And one day, when her book is on shelves, her business is booming, her art is celebrated, the world will ask, how did you do it? And she'll know, by loving herself enough to keep going when no one else did. The girl who breaks free from a toxic relationship, the one who was told no one else will want you, you'll never find better, you're lucky to have me. Those words cut deep. They plant seeds of fear. But when she gathers her courage, packs her bags, and says, I deserve better than this half-love, this disrespect, this pain. Her self-love roars louder than the fear. She walks away, even if she walks alone. Because a girl who loves herself will never stay where she is not valued. Or the girl who grows up in a family that never understood her. Why can't you be like your sister? Why can't you settle down? Why can't you be normal? They tell her to shrink, to fit in, to obey, but she knows she was born for more. She dresses how she wants, she thinks wild thoughts, she dreams impossible dreams. And when they roll their eyes or whisper behind her back, her love for herself stands tall, strong, unshakable. because she knows the world cannot box a spirit that refuses to be small. There's also the girl who is constantly judged by society for her choices. She wants to travel alone, stay unmarried, be independent. And they say, poor girl, so lonely, she'll regret it. But she smiles because her happiness doesn't need their approval. Her freedom is louder than their pity. Her love for her own life drowns their opinions. And she sleeps peacefully, knowing she chose herself, and that is power no one can steal. The truth is, the world will doubt you every single day. They will question your beauty, your worth, your dreams, your choices. But if your love for yourself is loud enough, if it roars in your heart like thunder, no voice outside can shake you. You will rise above their noise. You will shine without their permission. Because a girl who loves herself louder than the world can doubt her becomes unstoppable, unbreakable, unforgettable. Protect your energy like gold, because your energy is the most priceless treasure you own. It fuels your dreams, your confidence, your happiness, your power. And yet every day the world is full of energy thieves. People who drain you with their complaints, their drama, their negativity. Situations that steal your peace, your time, your joy. You cannot afford to give it away carelessly. Because when your energy is gone, you are left with nothing but exhaustion, emptiness. Think of the girl who wakes up every morning ready to conquer the world. But before she even sips her coffee, her phone buzzes. Messages from toxic friends, drama-filled chats, endless problems that aren't hers to solve. And suddenly her mood shifts. Her smile fades. Her peace is gone, stolen before the day even began. But what if she protected her energy like gold? What if she turned off the phone, took a breath, listened to herself first? The day would be hers again. Her dreams, her joy, her strength would rise, untouched, unbothered, unbroken. Or the girl who lets everyone's opinion shape her choices. Her parents say, do this. Her friends say, do that. Strangers on social media whisper, you're wrong. And she tries to please them all, until her soul is tired, confused, lost. But a girl who protects her energy stops this cycle. She smiles and says, no, I live for me. My peace is sacred. My path is mine. And suddenly the noise fades. Her life becomes hers again. Pure, clear, powerful. The girl who always says yes to everyone, the helper, the listener, the fixer. People love her because she's always there. But inside, she's breaking, tired, burnt out. When she lays in bed at night, her mind races with other people's problems, not her own. Dreams. But the moment she learns to say no, not out of cruelty, but out of self-love, her energy returns. Her soul breathes, her heart dances. Because boundaries are not walls, they are gates that protect the castle of your spirit. There's also the girl in the toxic relationship. She gives and gives love, time, forgiveness to a boy who drains her soul. He lies, he cheats, he manipulates, and she stays, hoping he'll change. But she doesn't realize he is not stealing her love. He is stealing her energy, her light, her future. The day she walks away, the day she says, I deserve more, she reclaims her power. She feels alive again. Because loving yourself means protecting your energy from those who only take and never give. Or the girl who works in a job she hates, surrounded by negativity, gossip, small minds. Every day she returns home, empty, broken, dreaming of escape. But she's afraid. afraid to leave, afraid to start over. Until one day she says, I deserve joy. I deserve purpose. And she quits. She risks. She chooses freedom. And in that brave moment, her energy soars. Her spirit rises. Because no paycheck is worth the death of your soul. No comfort is worth the prison of unhappiness. Then there's the girl who overthinks everything. She replays every word, every mistake, every failure. Her mind is full of regrets, fears, doubts. But when she learns to protect her energy from her own thoughts, everything changes. She replaces fear with faith, doubt with action, regret with learning. She speaks to herself with kindness, patience, courage, and her energy blooms, strong, unshakable, unstoppable, because the loudest thief of energy lives in your own mind, and you must guard it like gold. The truth is, energy is life, time is life, peace is life. When you give them away to people, places, and thoughts that do not deserve them, you lose yourself. But when you protect them fiercely, you become untouchable, powerful, glorious, like gold, rare, precious, priceless. And now, beautiful soul, listen carefully, because this is the truth they don't teach in schools. Don't whisper in boardrooms, and rarely speak in broken homes. There's a lot of people, again, your energy is not just energy. It is the currency of your existence. It is the fire that lights up your destiny. It is the silent force that decides whether you rise like a queen or crumble like dust. When you protect your energy, you protect your life. You protect your vision. You protect your future. Do you realize what happens when you stop giving your precious energy to things that do not matter? You rise. You glow. You become magnetic. Because energy is power, the purest form of power. The world senses it. People see it. And the universe bends to it. The girl who guards her energy becomes unstoppable. She moves in silence, but shakes mountains. She smiles with calm, but her presence shifts the room. Because nothing, and I mean nothing, can break a soul that fiercely protects its own light. How many queens have been destroyed not by swords but by exhaustion, not by war but by people who stole their peace, their time, their focus? The world does not need another tired woman who smiles for the crowd but dies in the dark. The world needs you, fully alive, fully awake, fiercely guarded. You are not here to pour your soul into empty cups. You are not here to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. You are not here to be drained, to be used, to be small. You are here to burn bright, to light your own sky, to dance in your own sun. Let them call you selfish. Let them say you've changed. Good. Change. Evolve. Grow so big that they can no longer fit you into their small expectations. Protect your peace like a priceless diamond. Guard your time like the queen you are. Choose your circle like your life depends on it. Because it does. Not everyone deserves access to your soul. Not everyone deserves to sit at your table. Some people are lessons, not lifelines. Some situations are chapters, not destinies. Learn, close the book, move on. Do you remember the lioness? She does not waste her roar on every passing creature. She saves it for the real battle, for the real hunt. Be like her. Stop explaining yourself. Stop justifying your standards. Stop apologizing for your light. The right people will never demand that you burn out to make them shine. The right path will never ask you to kill your spirit to walk it. You do not need to prove your worth to a world that cannot even see its own. When you start protecting your energy, strange things happen. Your life changes shape. The wrong people fall away. The right opportunities come closer. The noise fades, the path clears. You begin to hear something you forgot in the chaos. Your own voice, your own dreams, your own heartbeat. And for the first time in years, you realize this life was never meant to be a prison of obligation. It was meant to be a kingdom of purpose. Protect your energy like gold, and you will glow with a light the world cannot touch. Protect your energy like gold, and you will finally become the woman you were born to be. And remember what the legends have always whispered in the dark. The moment you start believing in yourself, the whole universe will start believing in you. As Muhammad Ali once said, I am the greatest. I said that even before I knew I was. Say it for yourself, loud and unafraid. I am priceless. I am power. I am rare. And I will no longer give my energy to things that drain me. Like Steve Jobs said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. This is your life, your energy, your fire. Protect it. Wear your worth like armor. Walk like the universe owes you a favor. Because it does. Because you exist. Because you dared to guard the gold within you. So rise, not in noise, but in unstoppable energy. Rise like the sun, no cloud can hide. Like Oprah once roared, you become what you believe. So believe you're rare. Believe you're gold. Believe that protecting your energy is the most loving, the most powerful, the most revolutionary thing you can ever do. And watch, my girl, watch how the universe surrenders to the woman who dares to shine.